This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Alright everyone, hope you're all doing fantastic. New to the channel, welcome. Click that subscribe button. You're going to love it over here. Every day's a party. Now, I want to do this video specifically on one particular subject, which happens to be boxing fans and their opinions from a fighter's perspective, if you like. Which is, I've heard quite a lot, and I'm sure many of you guys have as well, and even people who are just boxing fans where you hear, well, if you're not a fighter yourself and you haven't lived the life of a fighter, how can you be critical of those who have? Okay. Now, first of all, my answer is very simple. I'm never critical of any person as an individual, as a man, as a woman, or their race, their religion. I've never done anything like that or brought their family into certain situations. I know many uploaders have, but for me, it's always about their resume and what it is that they do or say in the press. Okay, and who is it that you're fighting, etc. And as a boxing fan, I'm entitled to it. And each and every one of you guys who listen to my video, you're not going to agree with everything that I say every single video, okay? And I don't expect you to. You're an individual, you have your own thoughts, your own opinions, and you have every right to them, okay? But people do get personal about certain things, okay? And no more so than the fighters themselves. Now, okay, so they wake up each and every morning, they do their runs, they do their cardio. It's a hard life, okay? They got to go on the road, become sparring partner for certain people. They've got to go to fight night. They've got to do all the training. It ain't an easy life. That is for sure. But ultimately, once you reach a certain level, in theory, you should get paid quite well. So whittling about it over fans' opinions, if you're really that sensitive about it, my advice to any fighter is stop reading the articles, stop watching the videos, just keep your head down and do what you're doing. Because boxing fans are going to have opinions. It doesn't matter how good you are or how bad you are. People are going to have an opinion, and you have to take that, because boxing is a sport in the mainstream. Therefore, it brings a lot of eyes, and where there's human eyes, there's going to be human opinions. It's just a fact of it. So no, do we wake up each and every morning and live the life of a boxer? No. Does that mean we can't have an opinion as some boxers would have it? No. We pay subscription, right? To Sky, we do the pay-per-views, we watch BT Sport, Showtime, Fox, whatever it may be. We take time out of our day to watch you. Okay, we go to your shows, we get the pay-per-view, we do all this kind of stuff, okay, to support you. So therefore, we are entitled to an opinion, whether you like that opinion or whether you don't. And any of these boxers out there who say a boxing fan shouldn't have an opinion or shouldn't be critical, do you support football? Okay, do you have your own favourite football team? Are you never critical towards your football team? Do you not have an opinion on your football team? Do you not have an opinion on other teams? If you do, why? You're not a professional footballer, right? Isn't it the same thing? Do you have political views? Why? You're not a politician, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And boxers who say that I deserve respect because I do this, that and the other, absolutely correct. But on the other side, you did choose to become a boxer. You did choose to one day put on gloves and walk into a gym, and you happen to love what it was that you were doing, and you happen to be pretty good at it. Okay? So nobody forced you to do this. You can go work down a petrol station or work in Sainsbury's or push trolleys around or work in a chip shop. You could do all that if you wanted to, but you didn't. You chose to be a boxer. So I don't want to hear no sob story about, oh, how I did this and boxing saved my life. Listen, boxing saved your life. Great. Fantastic. And it does for a lot of people. But the fact is, you did choose to become a boxer. And if you choose to have your opinions on certain things, just because you're a fighter doesn't mean that your opinion is more valid than those who don't do it. Simple as that. Listen, I've been called a CUNT before by quite a few fighters for having an opinion on their resume. As I said before, it's never personal. It's always about their record or certain things that they do or say in the press. Okay, as a fan, I'm allowed an opinion. All right, much like anybody else's. So, as I said, I was called a CUNT by Josh Whale and his dad Mick, because I said that Josh Whale is a journeyman. Why? Okay, so he didn't like that. Well, you got 11 losses and 2 draws on your record. What would you call it? Gatekeeper, maybe. But no, because I haven't won a British title myself, or because I haven't fought in a European title. What? So I'm not allowed an opinion? That's just stupid, isn't it? Sometimes some fighters need to be told the truth. Maybe they've got people around them who would just want to keep them going to keep on putting a bit of money into their pocket. Maybe. I don't know. But fact is, you're never going to become a world champion. You look at the bantamweight and super bantamweight. Is Josh Wale ever going to become world champion? Be it any of those? Hell no. But does he deserve respect for doing what he does? Sure. Why not? Of course. But there's nothing wrong with being a journeyman. To be a journeyman, you have to be pretty good at what you do. You have to be able to survive the entire fight and not get knocked out, but ultimately lose. That takes a real skill, okay? Now, other fighters, Deontay Wilder, okay, he blocked me because of my views on his record, and his record is garbage. I'm sorry, but it's garbage compared to all the fighters that he could have fought, but didn't. So what, I'm not allowed an opinion? And Wilder fans who come at me saying you should be neutral, blah, blah, blah. Why should I be neutral? I'm not a paid professional, okay? So I don't need to be. I have an opinion like you do. So I should be neutral and professional and praise Wilder, but yet it's perfectly okay for you to run around in other people's comment sections saying how bad Joshua is, or Dillian White, or Tyson Fury. See, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And everybody is entitled to their opinion. As I said, we're not going to agree with each other's opinions. And just because you're not a professional boxer doesn't mean you can't have an opinion. Do these professional fighters, do they get paid? Yes. Do they get paid well? Some, very well. Some, yeah, maybe not so much. But you chose that life. Nobody forced you to take it. And me and anybody else who has an opinion on your career, we are entitled to it. If you don't like it, choose another profession. Simple as that. And if you don't like our opinions, maybe try and prove some doubters wrong. That'd be the best thing to do, isn't it? But as I said, everybody has an opinion on everything in life. Doesn't matter what it is. You could be a petrol pump attendant. You're going to have a damn opinion. Does that person who works at the petrol station deserve any less credit than those who get in the ring? Because those people who get in the ring chose to get into the ring? You didn't have to. No. The petrol pump attendant or the ice cream truck driver, they're earning money to feed their family and pay their bills. Just like a professional fighter is. But difference is, a professional fighter, if you're good enough, you're going to be earning money that's going to make the ends meet very, very well. The ice cream truck driver or the petrol pump attendant or the trolley pusher at Sainsbury's, not necessarily going to be earning money to change their lives at some point, right? So again, weigh it up. But for me, I don't like it when fighters say, if you haven't put on gloves and if you don't have that kind of experience, how can you be critical? Well, much like you're critical of everything else in life, right? But we watch boxing, we put money in your pocket. There's a reason why you are fighting. Because somewhere along the lines, fans are contributing towards your career, including those who are critical. So stop being a diva, stop crying about it, take the criticism and move on. It's very simple, isn't it? And same with David Haye. David Haye, unhappy with me because even though I was a fan of his for a long, long time, I thought his comeback was nothing short of a publicity con. He didn't like it. Oh well, hard cheese. Okay? It's very simple, okay? Just because we don't put on gloves ourselves, don't mean we can't see what's going on. Much like many fighters. And I will continue to throw other fighters under the bus as and when I see fit that they deserve it. Doesn't mean I'm right. No, it just means that that's my opinion at that particular time. That's all it is. And there are quite a few fighters out there who do accept criticism. They understand. And if anything, they're probably more critical on themselves than what a fan is. But as a boxing fan and a boxing sport, as I said before, boxing fans are the worst fans in the world for their opinions. But we're also the best. Okay, we can be one extreme to the other. But ultimately, if we're talking about you, we're feeding the machine of your name, is it not? So stop being so divish about it. And this goes to all fighters. You chose to have this as your profession. Okay, if you don't like the criticism, stop reading the articles or change your sport. Simple as that. You don't deserve any more credit than anybody else who earns money to feed their family. And that's all it is. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it all. Of course, you drop me yours in the comment section. Do you think that if you have no experience as a professional fighter on the paid circuit, that you shouldn't have an opinion? Or do you think that because you do contribute one way or another and you are a boxing fan, you are fully entitled to your opinion no matter what it is? Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.